from the westernunion.com VIP lounge.
Did you guys enjoy that performance? I need you guys all to put your hands together one more time for Kehlani. That was incredible. Welcome to the westernunion.com VIP lounge.
Hey.
Just dropped your new album last week.
It's a mixtape.
Well, see, so here's the thing, right? I need a definition of mixtape versus album, because to me it felt like an album just because it was complete package. It felt like it was honestly one of the dopest mixtapes I've heard in a while. Did you guys download and buy the mixtape? Yes.
Go on.
So You Should Be Here. Why did you title it You Should Be Here?
There was, many reasons behind that. I got the title on a random day. I was at the beach, and it was the day I think the person that I'm with decided to tell me that they had feelings for me. Oh. And I was at the beach, and it was just this crazy day. Ended up sitting in a picture of my shoes against the water, and I was like, yo, you should be here. Right. And it all clicked, and I was like, wow, so many people should be here right now. It was the day before. It was the day before we left for tour, and I was like, wow, it was like, I have these like artist mental breakdown moments where I really need to just like get out of whatever I'm doing and like disappear and like go have like time to reflect. So I took everybody to the beach, and like we went really deep in the cuts of Malibu and went to this crazy beach, and yeah, we were just reflecting, and I was like, yo, like, there's people that fell off that should be at this beach day right now. There's, people that either didn't make it naturally because they passed away, or like people that just weeded themselves out, as things got crazier for me. They couldn't stick around. And it's also to remind myself who I am right now. Like, I consider myself to be very connected, with who I am, and very, feet on the ground type of person. I want to remain that forever. So it's like, you should be here forever.
No, you definitely are very self-aware of who you are, I would say. And you put a lot of that in your music as well. Sometimes I feel like, Kehlani, you sure you want to put that out there? Like,
it's a little scary.
I know. Like, do you sometimes write your lyrics and you're like, yo, I don't know if I should put that out there? Does it make you like
all the time?
You show back? Do you?
All the time. I think the most emotionally crazy song on my project I had for 2 years. You know what I'm saying? The letter I wrote 2 years ago.
Did you?
I'd never thought I was going to release that song. I'm like, yo, I could talk about this in interviews, but it's not something I'm ready to, express the painful side of it. I'm more of like, okay, this happened, but look what I did from it, and like, look what I came to do now. But I never really like touched the hurt part. Right. But
were you physically really crying when you sang that song?
I was like bawling, and I remember telling the producer, yo, I hate this, and I sound ridiculous, like, and he was like, yo, that's the best part, and I was like, I guess, man, I hope they get it.
You had a Mary J moment right there.
You know
what I mean? Did anybody, because like when you have those songs that you hear, you just feel like this is my life right now, and you just cry along with it. You know what I mean?
I hope people connected to it like that.
One of my favorite songs on your mixtape, I keep calling it album, I'm sorry.
It's all good.
It feels like an album.
That's so tight. That's so tight.
One of my favorite songs for me that I was like, yo, this is my life right now, was Niggas. I swear to God, this ain't shit. And I was like, Kehlani, that's my girl right there. Like,
yo, I was making that record, and I was like, this is going to be the hurt bitch anthem.
Yes.
Like, yo, I originally was supposed to get Keisha Cole on that record.
Were you?
Yeah, we were plotting on it. We're sitting there, she's freestyling, blah, blah, blah. We're like getting ready to go, but just timing wise, I had to leave for tour. She had to go do things, and we never got around to doing it, but it's such a funny song.
But it's real, though. That's the part that
definitely.
I personally enjoy, especially with R&B today. I feel like there's a lack of songs that you can feel, this is my life. Yeah,
everybody kind of just wants to, jam out.
Now, have you gotten any backlash from saying niggas so much on a record?
Of course. You can't, when you look at me, you can't really tell what I am, like you have to watch an interview, or you have to
break it down
ask me on Twitter. I'm black, white, native, and Spanish, and a little bit Filipino.
Okay.
But of course, like, I literally probably fuck up and respond to somebody dumb on Twitter every day for like getting on me for saying niggas. And I'm like, yo, what? I'm like, what? Do you want to see my dad? Do I have to tweet a fucking family portrait for you to like, I'm black. Like,
yeah.
But I just got tired of saying it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think they would understand that if you pay attention to my music, I'm very socially aware. Right. You know what I'm saying? I would, if I was 100% white, I wouldn't dare say nigga. You feel me? I'm the person that checks white girls for saying nigga. Really? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like, I don't let it fly. I mean, just because I was taught not to let it fly. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't know. It's really dumb. It happens all the time.
I don't know. That's crazy because the N-word to me is just kind of like.
It's evolved so much.
Yeah.
It went from only black people to now it's anybody of color, any type of color, period.
Or urban.
Yeah, or just urban, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, it's a word, man. It's a word. I'm like, I can't even get mad. It's a word. But there's so much hurt behind it. I understand where people come from.
So basically, if you got a problem with her saying N-word, then check her back.
Yo, want to see my birth certificate, man? Like,
so stupid.
I'll post it.
Lyrically, what was the hardest song to write or to do on this album?
Like, what frustrated me writing?
Yeah. Because I know you said before that you can write songs in like 10, 15 minutes. Which one was like?
They were all 10, 15 minutes.
Swear to God.
I mean, the thing is, we made like 20, 30 tracks.
Okay.
And then picked out those 15.
Really?
You know what I'm saying? That's how artists make projects. We make like 1 billion and then decide what's the best. We sit down in a room full of people we trust and say, yo, what can I take off of this? You know what I'm saying? And then put it together.
Right.
But I'm not like a person where you could put me in a studio and be like, yo, make a song. Granted, I'm a songwriter, so I can make a song, but it's not necessarily like a song that I like or that I'm connected to or that I want to keep for myself.
Right.
But all those songs were things that I'm going through. I'm what I kind of call it, like, it's mirror writing. Like, it's directly parallel to what's happening in my life. Like, to the point where I could make songs, go home and play them to my manager, and my manager would be like, I was there when this happened. Right. Or like, this was happening right now. I knew you was feeling like this about this. Or I knew you was like, that type of stuff. I have to, like, if I'm thinking about someone, that's when the song comes out. If I'm thinking about a situation, that's when the song comes out. If I'm going through a situation.
Is that where Jealous came from?
Literally, it's such a funny story. So Jealous had its own life. Like, it had a story from like a previous relationship. But I was at the studio, couldn't write a song. Like, we were freaking out. I'm in there with Jahan. Like, we were like, okay, I flew him to LA, you know, so we were on limited time. We're like freaking out, like we're pacing around the room. Like, what are we gonna talk about? Like, then I give some girl my number on Twitter, and she starts flexing that she got my number.
What?
Like tweets, screenshots, Instagram posts.
She put your number out there?
Not my number, but she's like, y'all never gonna guess who I'm texting. Or I can't believe she gave me my number. She gave her number, my dream girl, blah, blah, blah. Starts going crazy. And I dead blocked her on everything. And I texted her, I was like, yo. Psycho. Because it's not even that you're psycho. It's like, what was your intention of getting my number in the first place? You know what I'm saying? You just wanted to flex me? Like, that's like my biggest pet peeve. Like, by all means, like, do all the extra stuff on your own. But like, when you like want to reach out to like develop a personal connection with me, you don't have to flex that. You know what I'm saying? That's completely irrelevant, and I'll never accept it ever. I can't.
No, I hear you. You seem like a very down to earth person who's just like normal. You're not on that Hollywood shit.
Yeah, the flashiness it brings confusion. You know, it brings confusion, and it only like messes your brain up. Like, it's nothing for everyone else. They're gonna put you on a pedestal regardless. Right. You know what I'm saying? But you have to keep yourself off of it. You know what I'm saying? So when you're so set in that, you like, if anybody even comes around trying to do that to you, treat you like that, it's like, nah, let me rock. Like,
she's like,
let me rock.
So with the success that you've had, especially over the last year, how do you keep yourself grounded? Like, I mean, I've been to Kehlani shows where it's like, f***ing ape shit, I'm sorry. But it's been crazy. I was like, God damn.
I have really cool friends who don't let me think I'm too cute. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Like,
but you is that cute though. Just let them know.
Thank you. I mean, I keep good friends. I keep, you know, family that keeps me in check. You know, regardless of like, at the end of the day, you're still knucklehead ass Kehlani. You're not like shit. You know what I'm saying? That you're not shit. Like,
you ain't shit.
Exactly. Right. And I keep a good relationship with God. You know what I'm saying? That's the most important thing to me, is just maintaining like my personal balance and like all that stuff. And yeah, I think it's really the people I keep around. They would, I do have my little, you know, crazy moments, not cockiness, but just like when things, cause I have to run a ship, you know what I'm saying? And sometimes, you know, being 20 years old, like running your entire situation, it's insane. And I'll just flip out and just start yelling, and they're just like, yo.
Believe me, I understand.
Calm down. So yeah, it's
you
crazy.
Seem like you could be very anal about how you want shit done and want it done.
I'm specific. I'm very specific.
Like my way, this way, the right way.
Just because I feel like when you know your vision, you know your vision. You know what I'm saying? And I've gotten this far, knowing exactly what I'm doing. It was a plan. Right. So I'm very thorough with it.
So tell me about how it tastes.
How it tastes, the song.
How does it taste?
Because that question could go so many places.
Exactly.
But the song, okay. It actually came from another funny situation. All these songs come from funny situations. I had made a song with someone, made a video. It was crazy. It went up, and then I found out they were playing me.
What?
Like, whole time playing me, bad mouthing me around my own city. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Saying things that were so out of my character that when they would say it to somebody, someone was asking me like, "This is physically impossible because it's so not Kehlani." You know what I'm saying? Like, and it hurt me because it was someone that I really cared about and someone that I was rooting for.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You're a fan.
But there's so many people that had that doubt. Like, everyone has that hater side that's coming to them, and it feel good sometimes to be like, tell me how that tastes.
Look at me now.
Like, you was hating? What's poppin'? You mad? You sitting on your couch?
Oh, you mad?
Oh, are you now? But yeah.
Well, I do have to congratulate you because I did just get the call. I know this, I'm not sure exactly when it happened, but you just did a deal with Atlantic.
Ooh, yeah.
That is actually a huge deal.
Yes.
So how did that come about? Like, why did you choose Atlantic?
A bunch of, all the labels were calling. We took all the meetings and we had the conversations, but when someone's really excited about you and they're like, no matter what, I'm ready to like fully support you in everything that you want to do.
Right.
Not this, because I think artists' most fears with labels is that they're going to be put into this like formula of like a label artist that's like, you're going to come in, we have this ready for you to do, we have this flyer for you to post, we have this to go, we have this. I didn't want any of that. I wanted a situation where I could come in and say, look, I got my ball rolling by myself.
Yeah.
I just need you to kick it a little bit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't need you to roll it for me. I rolled that bitch. just blow it a little bit.
Right.
But it's cool because it's a partnership situation. So I basically starting my own label.
Yeah.
And I want to have that on fire by the time I'm at least 25.
That's only a couple of years, mama.
That's 5 whole years to kill. Like,
is there any artists out here that you're like, yo, I would love to have them on my label? I know you want to do you, but I'm sure you've looked at it.
Right now, I'm more into like developing just the strength of the friendship and the family aspect first. I don't want to sign artists based on just their talent. Okay. You know what I'm saying? It's the drive. It's the, do you have a message? Do you have something to say? Because the whole thing about my movement is it's very honest and it's very, it's nothing without purpose. You know what I'm saying? I have no song that I think doesn't have some type of purpose. Right. And it's only artists that are like that. Like, I have artists that I'm working with and artists that I'm helping develop and like helping, get their things rolling in there. They rep the mob right now. It's a girl named Amber Perkins. She's super tight. She's from New Orleans. Samaria Boykin, Martina Steves. And that's like my little cousin, my play sister. And then I found Amber, like I met her I was on tour with G-Eazy. We went to Louisiana. Right. And she came up to me afterwards and she was like, yo, I made this song called Tsunami. And it was literally, the hook was like, I think I'm in love with Kehlani. And it was so hard. And I was like, yo, I have to hear the other stuff. Like, I can't rock with you based off a song dedicated to me that looks a little iffy. But like, your other stuff is ridiculous. She just dropped an amazing project, and I really want to like see her go whatever direction she wants to go. I'm in full support of it.
Oh, that's dope. Well, I'm excited to see what you do with it.
Hey.
So are you going to start writing for more people, or you want to keep it for yourself?
No, of course. I mean, I think as a songwriter, you have your own individual story to tell, and you keep the juicy parts for you, but I think it's just like, it's like you have to go to practice if you play sports. You know what I'm saying?
Practice.
It's not just practice, but it's more like it's only aiding you. It's only helping you. I think a lot of people are afraid to like write for other people because they have this pride factor where there's like, yo, I need the credit. I need it to say my name. You don't need that. Either way, you're getting paid and somebody knows you wrote it. So
somebody knows you wrote it.
You know what I'm saying?
The royalty checks is nice.
Exactly. The real music heads are gonna be like, wow, let me look up the writer. Let me look up the producer. You know what I'm saying? They're not just tripping off the hot single. Like, and there's of course songs that I would never put out myself. That just don't fit my sound that I definitely can write that I would like to give to other people.
So is there someone out there that you're like, please, Lord Jesus, let me write for them one?
Chris Brown.
Really?
Oh, I don't know what it is.
We can make that happen.
Oh my God, I want to write him a song so bad. I just like remember falling in love with old Chris Brown music and it just being this like amazing R&B. Like, and granted, I love every radio smash that he's put out, but I miss like having that album to go back to and just like falling in love with him being like such a great R&B. And like, Man, that would be golden. I think I write better for boys anyways.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Why do you think that?
I think it's harder to like know what to say to a guy than it is to say to a girl because I'm a girl.
Oh yeah.
So
true.
knowing what I want to hear makes it easier for me to write for a guy because I'd be like, what would I tell myself? What game would I have for myself? I could put that in a song.
She's like, I could put. You know what I could see you doing?
What?
I know you said that you would love to do something for Empire.
Oh man, I want to work on that soundtrack so bad.
So I wanted to ask you if we were like, okay, I need a hook from you right now for Empire. What would your hook be? Like I know drip drop. You know what I mean?
Dang, I would.
Mine would probably be like
the
I'm a
remix,
diva.
the drop drip. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Give you this hot drop drip, featuring Naomi Campbell next season. Holla.
Holla. So special. Drop drip is your Empire hook.
Yes, yes.
Why?
You know, drip drop was so hot. We have to do drop drip. Like it's the only explanation. Like it makes sense.
The only explanation.
Totally. Yeah.
I totally want to see you on Empire. You have to be like their next artist.
Yo, I actually tweeted about that like 3 weeks ago, and I legit tweeted Taraji P. Henson and was like, you have to let me play your nerdy like secretary who you heard singing in the shower. And you were like, wow, she can be an artist, but I totally just want to be a secretary. But then you like make me be an artist, and then bam, there it goes.
Like make me. You know what's huge though, because like it feels like once you get a stamp from somebody, I'm not saying that you need a stamp at all, because you are your own stamp. But once you get a stamp from somebody, that's when the internet goes crazy. They're like, you know what I mean? So what was it like for you when you got that stamp from Drake, from Rick Rubin? Like, how was that for you?
Those were crazy because I feel like, and I say this all the time, like, I don't know when an artist hits that point when they stop looking at themselves as like a regular person who's genuinely excited about all these things. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I was to meet, like, say Justin Bieber, we used to have a conversation. Well, we have, but if it was supposed to have, like if we was having a conversation like this, and I was like, yo, Drake told you your mixtape was hot, he'd probably be like, yeah, that's the homie. You feel me? Like, yeah, no big deal.
Yeah, that's the homie.
You know what I'm saying? But I still haven't hit that point to where that's, like, regular for me. So, of course, I was like, whoa, Drake, like.
Hold up. Screenshot. No,
right. So, yeah, I don't know. I get excited about everything, you know, especially Rick Rubin. That was ridiculous. He told me my music's going to change the world. Like,
it definitely. I can see that. Yeah.
It's humbling.
Hearts.
It's humbling. So
how does it feel to be called the new female Drake? Even though,
oh man,
like that's kind of huge.
It's huge, but I definitely think I'm my own route.
Right.
And I mean, Drake's someone that I look at very closely business wise.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He built an empire when he was young. He had it mapped out. He had it planned. Yeah. Everything he did was a strategy. None of that was like winging it. He knew what he wanted to do from Degrassi till the end, since before Degrassi. You know what I'm saying? All of that was like carefully planned out. OVO is one of the biggest empires right now. You know what I'm saying? Like it's literally running the industry. Like, and I want my to do that. You know what I'm saying? I want to take over.
That's gonna take a lot of hard work.
Definitely, I'm so ready for it.
But you're a hustler, so I have no doubt
nothing but
you're gonna
hard
make
work.
that happen.
I'm like, that's all I know, right?
So how do you maintain having a boyfriend and doing everything that you do? Because I mean, you're across the country every other day. You know what I mean? Like, how does that?
Well, it helps that he's also across the country every other day, and he does his completely own thing. Okay. And I think it's only an issue when you're in the position of having a career and being in a relationship when there's like this more or less like competition situation between you two, and like one's not doing anything and the other one's doing all this stuff. But when you're both equally as busy and you're both making your own money and you have your own things going and you're
completely separate.
Exactly. And all you can do is help each other at that point and like, you know, fill in where things need to be filled in. It's great. It's a great situation.
Well, no, I'm definitely happy for you, because I know you had said you had lost one relationship or broke up with someone and then got this new. She's like, fuck him. Do you mind if I ask why you guys broke up?
I mean, man, I found out I was being totally used for
oh my God,
all my
connections.
Yeah. I literally was told by people, he was walking around telling people this was like an Instagram brand merge partnership situation. What? I'm like, dude, you're living in my house, but this is for Instagram.
That's bull.
Yeah, but it made a great mixtape, man.
It totally did.
It made for a great mixtape. I can never regret it.
So have you started working on the new album yet?
Yes, of course. You never stop.
I know.
You know what I'm saying? I've had songs. I probably have songs for the album already from while I was making this mixtape. But I don't know. I wanna really kind of take my time and draw myself in and, you know, explore things that I haven't explored. And I want to go get a crazy house somewhere and rent it out and bring in instrumentalists and bring in producers and writers that I'm obsessed with and lock us in there with a bunch of psychedelics for like a week and just go crazy. You know what I'm saying?
So wild. Are there any producers that you want to work with that you have not had the chance to work with yet that you're like, yo?
But the thing is, we've all reached out to each other. And we're all about to do this album together.
So it's in process.
Yeah, so I pretty much like, I'm drawn to who I'm drawn to sonically. It doesn't really matter if you have a hit record or if you're popping or what songs you did. A lot of the time I really sit and listen to what's sent to my email. Yeah. That's how I found a lot of gems and what's sent to my email. But I don't know, I like it to be 100% natural. Right. If we vibe, we vibe.
One thing I wanted to mention to you about is your tattoos are amazing.
Thank you. They're like, all over the place.
I got one right here, and I'm like, damn, I got to get another tattoo because that looks sick. Is that Lauryn Hill on your arm?
It is.
What's the newest tattoo that you have right now?
Jesus Murphy, what is the newest tattoo? I think the most recent one I got was like my neck.
Your neck?
That was the most painful thing of my entire existence. I would never again. Never.
Is there something that you want to get next that you're like, okay, I want to have this drawn up though?
I don't want anything new.
Nothing else?
I'm saving space for when I have lots of babies and people die and stuff.
Oh, how many babies do you want?
I want a bajillion. I don't know. People always look at me crazy, but I want babies before I'm 25. You know what I'm saying?
Before you're 25?
I want to be able to bring my babies on the road and like have them come to concerts and like raise them in the studio and like in this artistic they can learn. They don't have to go to school. I can teach them and they can learn what they want to learn. And
they don't need to go to school.
Legitimate. I'm sorry. Everyone should go to school. That was horrible.
Stay in school, kids.
Go to school. But I want to homeschool my kids. I want to homeschool my kids.
I completely understand that part. But damn, before you're 25, so basically you're gonna build an empire. We're gonna get you on Empire.
Yeah. Watch me do it, man.
Bruh. And then you're gonna have hella babies at the same damn time. That's a lot of.
Watch me work.
I ain't mad. I am watching.
It's gonna happen.
Well, I'm definitely excited for this new project. And you know, you say some wild shit sometimes.
Most of the time.
Yeah. So I decided I'm gonna need you to explain, was you high when you said this? Because I got a couple of tweets.
What did I say?
That you tweeted and was like,
you pulled up my tweets.
Yes, girl. So I'm gonna let you. Pull out your own
bad on
tweets.
Twitter. I probably deleted all of these too. Is the best one. I'm such a tweeter and deleter.
Oh God. Can you read it out for me, please?
Yo, I want a kitty named Frank Ocean or a puppy named Birdman so he can rub his paws together.
What the? What are you talking about?
I almost did get a puppy and almost really did name him Birdman because I really just wanted to take videos of him doing this. But I don't have time for pets right now, so I wish I did. Because I totally would have so many of them.
Puppies rub their hands together?
That you have to do it for them. You have to
my God.
You have to like get behind them and
So you weren't high when you tweeted that? That was a legitimate I want a puppy.
I'm always high. So I probably was when I tweeted that. What's your biggest fear? Large aquatic animals. Let me tell you something.
What?
That's legit.
Why?
Okay, so my dad was a surfer, right? Okay. And my dad passed when I was little, but they wouldn't tell me why because they thought telling me that, you know, the whole gun violence story would be too much for a child. So in my brain, I developed the concept that he was eaten by a whale or a shark.
Wow.
And no one ever told me that that was not the correct thing. Okay. So I just grew up thinking, wow, like, it's probably like a shark.
So you're like, I'm never going in the ocean.
I mean, I went in the ocean, but I was like, you're not getting me past like my chest area. If I can't touch the ground, they're sharks.
Poor thing. Okay, so that one is a legitimate.
Yo, I used to freak out at the aquarium.
I was gonna say, like, did you go to SeaWorld?
I would cry at the aquarium, and all my friends would go sit in the splash zone at Six Flags, and I'd be all the way up there, like you're not doing this. I always thought it would just come right through the glass and like just swallow me whole, man. I get anxiety watching like shark movies.
See, now I feel bad because I was like, she had to be high as fuck when she tweeted that.
No, girl,
like, aquatic owl.
That's real. Aquatic mammals.
Jumping through the screen. Last one. One more. She said, answer them all.
Oh, this is so legit. I left a party once and Ubered through the Chick-fil-A drive-thru and came back.
Bruh.
This was like 3 weeks ago.
What?
Legitimately, I went to this. G-Eazy had like a barbecue pool thing in Hollywood, and we went, and everybody's like, "You ready to get drunk? I poured these shots for you," and I'm like, "Holy shit, I didn't eat. I'm about to be fucked." And I was like, I like whispered to my friends. I was like, "Y'all want to go to Chick-fil-A?"
Oh no!
Do y'all want to go?
Nobody
and I legit Ubered through the drive-thru, and he told me we couldn't eat in his car.
What?
So he dropped us off. I didn't want to walk back into the party with Chick-fil-A once because I didn't know they started cooking.
Oh, okay.
So I'm like walking in with all this Chick-fil-A while they're. So I'm like, I'm not gonna walk in there. So I had him drop me off a block away from the party, and I'm sitting a block away on the curb, like eating Chick-fil-A. Like, okay, now I'm ready to get drunk. Let's go.
What do you get when you go to Chick-fil-A?
Ooh, it's the same thing every time, so much that I could not tell my friends what I want, and they would come back with exactly what I ordered.
Really?
It's that spicy chicken deluxe, you feel me? The meal with the Polynesian sauce and a lemonade. Like, it doesn't get any better. And I'm such a healthy eater, but I don't consider Chick-fil-A to be fast food.
That is freaking
It just doesn't
awesome.
count. I won't include it.
I just need Chick-fil-A to open one in San Francisco because it's like an hour away.
When I moved to LA,
Yeah.
and I was like, this is everywhere. This exists. I didn't even know it existed when I lived here. Like, I was like, oh wow, we're missing out on the best thing there ever was in life.
That is so incredible. Well, I know the audience had some questions they want to ask you guys. Is there anybody who wants to ask Kehlani a question?
Don't ask me anything I'm gonna hate. I'm just kidding. I'm not picking this. You pick.
You want me to do it?
Yes.
I'll go over here because she almost cried earlier when I said it. She did.
Okay. So do I go on?
You can stand right there. That's fine.
Oh, all right. I'll stay right here. Okay. So you are with Party, but I feel like I should be your party.
No comment.
Did she just say that?
No comment on that entire subject. Please refrain from questions on that subject.
You have another legitimate question? What's your question?
So who is Samaria to you?
Pretty much we've known each other since preschool. And I'm her big sister. You know what I'm saying? She's been through a lot of crazy things that you will hear, through her music eventually. And I was kind of the person to help her with all those things, and that's someone that I would jump in front of a bus for. You know what I'm saying? That's my little sister. So yeah, and she's amazing singer-songwriter. So look out for her and her movement. She lives with me, yeah. She just moved in. Hey,
dope.
Squad.
Would you ever think about doing a collab with Kaylin and Miles?
Oh, that's my fam. Personally, I love them a lot, but I think our audiences are very different. Like, they can't say cuss words yet. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
So once they turn 18, y'all could turn up.
Well, they're grown, that's the thing. But and I love what they do. It's just where, we do our own thing. And I think eventually that might totally be possible, but I want to let them get into their little more adult flow before I come in, corrupt it all and, make it all basically crazy.
You're not going to blame the corruption on Kehlani.
Yeah, exactly. I didn't turn them into anything.
When are you going to collab with Drake?
I don't know. That's all on Drake, man.
You should.
Thank you.
If you guys made a love record together.
Oh, man. It's all getting so intense up here,
looking into each other's eyes.
Oh, not Drake, man.
No, she's like, I'm good. I got a man.
I'm not getting included in this.
No.
Okay, so your tattoos. Which one? What tattoo means the most to you? Is the most meaningful one that you have?
It's this little one on my hand right here. It says La Dreamer, and that's the nickname of this little girl that I met in this group home I was in. Maybe a year ago, I had left to Los Angeles. And nobody knew. It was on some, I'm dipping and not telling anybody shit about my own bus ticket. Unenrolled myself from Berkeley High. Enrolled myself in high school when I got down there.
Right.
I was in high school for about 3 days at Hollywood High, and the police came and got me out of class and was like, yo, you're not supposed to be down here. You know how far you are from, your home, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. I'm like, yo, I'm homeless at home. This is way better for me. Trust me. And then they put me in a group home, and I was there for 2 weeks, and I met this little girl with the most ridiculous life story ever, and I was the only one who, made a relationship with her. We were friends. She was 13, and I was 17, and we just attached to each other, and her roommate moved out, and I moved into her room, and we really bonded, and she pretty much changed my life, my outlook on life. And I told her, like, when I'm out of here, like, I'm getting your name tatted. Like,
she's like, yeah.
So wherever she is, I hope she knows that I really did it.
She's like, I really did it. I hear you on that.
Where do you see yourself in the next 3 years?
Next 3 years, man, that's
With
so crazy. How old are we? With hella babies. Don't drink. This is wood,
girl.
Okay, not 23, 25. Okay, but when I'm 23, I want to have I want to win a Grammy. I want to have written a song that goes top 40. Mm-hmm. I want plaques on plaques on plaques.
Which includes racks on racks on racks.
Yes, and I want a house for my family.
That's dope.
Yeah, that's what I want.
Well, Kehlani, thank you so much for sitting down with us and being so damn open, as you always are.
Trying to keep it lit, you know what I'm saying?
So if people want to download, or purchase the new mixtape and follow you and see what's going on, how can they hit you up, Mom?
Well, KehlaniMusic.com is like the source for everything, but if you go on iTunes and look up my name, you can grab that mixtape. If you haven't heard the original mixtape, it's Cloud 19. Get that too if you liked You Should Be Here. And follow me on all my socials at Kehlani Music. That's KEHLANI.
A million plays in the first 24 hours, if y'all don't know. Go get that damn mixtape. I
didn't even know that.
That's huge. She's like, I didn't even know that. All right. Well, thank you again for kicking it with us inside the WesternUnion.com VIP Lounge. Your girl Shay Diddy and the one and only Kehlani.